The operating room light had been on too long, too bright for this hour. Tu Na sat outside the doors, with her hands locked together. Henry's fever-warm weight slept against her shoulder. A nurse passed and didn't meet her eyes. Another followed, pushing a cart too fast for routine. At the nurse's station, a doctor's shoes paced once, then stopped. He leaned in and whispered a word Tu Na wasn't meant to hear. Bleeding. Tu Na stood up, then sat back down. Her stomach tightened low, like a hand closing. She swallowed it. She wouldn't add herself to tonight's list. The sign above the doors read, "Surgery in progress." No timestamp. No explanation. Just a wall of words. Footsteps came from the elevator. Fast. Measured. Alex's mother appeared in the corridor like she already knew which hallway mattered. Her coat was buttoned wrong. Her hair was pulled back tight. She didn't look at the sign first. She looked at Tu Na, at Henry, at the way Tu Na's fingers had gone white. "You ate?" Alex's mother asked. Low voice. Not warm. Not cruel. Tu Na tried to answer. Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. Alex's mother stepped closer and touched Tu Na's wrist with 2 fingers. Not medical. Instinct. "Cold," she murmured, as if naming it could control it. Then her gaze lifted to the closed doors again. She didn't ask who hit Alex. She didn't ask what the police said. She didn't ask if he would live. She leaned in, close enough that Henry wouldn't wake. "Before those doors open," she said, "tell me what you're not telling anyone." Time didn't move in hours. It moved in small noises that meant nothing. A trolley wheel, a muffled voice, then silence again. Tu Na kept checking Henry's forehead with the back of her fingers. Too warm, then a little cooler, then warm again. She tried to breathe quietly, so no one would look at her and see a second emergency forming, but her body kept sending warnings anyway. A dull ache low in her abdomen, not sharp, not yet, just steady. Tu Na stood up, sat down, stood up again. Each time the room tilted a little. Alex's mother didn't tell her to sit. She didn't say, "You're fine." She watched the pattern. A nurse walked past, eyes fixed on the floor. Alex's mother waited until the nurse slowed on her own. Then she spoke once, quiet, precise. "Which surgeon is on him?" Name, department, no promises. The nurse kept moving. Alex's mother nodded like she'd filed it. No thanks, no emotion. She came back and stood behind Tu Na's chair, not touching, but close enough that other families drifted away. Tu Na's phone lit up, then went dark. A message from Lon. Tu Na didn't open it. She couldn't hold the company and the hospital at the same time. She could barely hold her own body. Alex's mother noticed the phone anyway. Not nosy, alert. "Work?" she asked. Tu Na swallowed. "Lan?" Something small shifted in Alex's mother's face. Recognition, not warmth. "She's loyal," Alex's mother said, like it was a fact with an expiry date. Another wave rolled through Tu Na's stomach. She pressed her palm against the chair arm, hard, so the pain stayed inside her bones and didn't climb into her face. Alex's mother leaned down, voice low. "How long have you been hurtin'?" Tu Na shook her head once, a reflex, a lie she'd learned young. "I'm fine." Alex's mother didn't argue. She looked at Henry instead. Henry's eyelashes stuck with sweat. His small hand curled around Tu Na's sleeve even in sleep. Alex's mother took a tissue from her bag, wiped the dried medicine line from Henry's chin. Careful, efficient. "You didn't call me?" she said. Tu Na's throat tightened. "I didn't know what to say." "You say the truth," Alex's mother replied. "Then you stop talking." Tu Na nodded like she understood, but her eyes kept pulling back to the doors, the light above them. the sign that never changed. A doctor crossed the corridor again, shoes moving too fast, hands already gloved. He didn't look at them. He looked at the doors like he didn't want to go back in. Tu Na's mouth went dry. Alex's mother watched him pass. Then she spoke, almost to herself. "This is taking too long." Tu Na tried to answer, but another cramp cut her off, stronger this time. The edges of her vision pinched. She forced her face smooth. If she made noise, someone would pull focus. Alex's mother saw the lie anyway. She crouched slightly, eye level with Tu Na. "Listen to me," she said. "If you fall, you don't choose where you land." Tu Na stared at her, breathing shallow, trying to stay inside herself. And in that strip of hospital light, Tu Na realized Alex's mother wasn't here to wait. She was here to take control of whatever tonight tried to steal. The hallway narrowed without moving. Even the air felt thinner. Tu Na's fingers went numb. Then her hearing muffled, like someone turned the world down. She stood, because sitting felt like drowning. Her knees didn't agree. A black edge crept into her vision. Not dramatic, just sudden, like a light switch. Henry shifted against her shoulder, a small cough. Then his weight sagged again. Tu Na reached for the wall, missed, her body tilted. No warning left, just gravity. Alex's mother caught her, fast, firm, one arm around Tu Na's back, the other steadying Henry so he wouldn't slide. "Hey," Tu Na whispered, but it didn't sound like her voice. It sounded far away. A nurse turned at the sound of shoes scraping tile. "What happened?" she asked, already moving. Tu Na tried to say, "I'm okay." Her tongue didn't listen. Alex's mother looked at Tu Na's face, then at Tu Na's hand, pressed low against her abdomen. No panic, no softness, only a decision. "Get her a bed," Alex's mother said, "now." The nurse hesitated, eyes flicking to the operating room doors. Alex's mother didn't follow the nurse's gaze. Her attention stayed on Tu Na, like Alex's surgery was no longer the only emergency. Tu Na shook her head once, weak, a protest that didn't have words. "I can't leave," she breathed. "If they come out and I'm not..." Alex's mother tightened her grip, just enough to stop Tu Na from folding. Her voice dropped, controlled. "They won't open those doors for you," she said, "so you don't get to fall for him either." Tu Na tried to inhale. Pain rolled through her again, low and insistent. Her eyes watered from effort, not emotion. The nurse returned with a wheelchair. Too fast, too practiced. Alex's mother didn't ask. She ordered. "Lay her down," she said, "and check the baby." They rolled Tu Na just off the main corridor. Not far. Close enough that if she turned her head, she could still see the operating room doors. Paper sheets crackled under her. The sound made her want to apologize for taking up space. A midwife came in with a cuff and a clipboard. Questions delivered in a steady rhythm. Weeks, pain level, any bleeding, any dizziness before tonight. Tu Na answered flatly. If she sounded calm, maybe her body would copy her. Henry sat in Alex's mother's coat on a chair near the curtain. Fever-bright cheeks, eyes sliding shut, then opening again. Alex's mother stood at the curtain opening like a gate. She didn't soothe. She watched. The midwife checked the numbers and paused. Not alarm. Assessment. "You're under strain," she said. "Stress and pain can trigger changes." Tu Na stared toward the corridor. The operating room lights still burned. Too steady. "I need to be out there," Tu Na said. Her voice shook at the edges. "If they come out..." "They won't come out to you," Alex's mother said. "Not cruel, final." The midwife tried for protocol. "We should keep her here for monitoring." Tu Na pushed up on her elbows. "I'm fine." The same lie again. Her stomach answered. A harder cramp. Her breath caught. The room sharpened, then blurred. Alex's mother stepped in. 2 fingers on Tu Na's shoulder, anchoring. "Stop," she said. Tu Na froze. Not agreement. Survival. Alex's mother turned to the midwife. "How long to check the baby?" "Minutes," the midwife said. "Longer if—" "Do it," Alex's mother cut in. "And keep her where she can still see the corridor." Outside the curtain, a nurse called a name that wasn't theirs. Tu Na flinched anyway. Tu Na's phone lit up on the side table. Lan. Again. Alex's mother glanced at it. "Open it." Tu Na swallowed and opened the thread. Lan. "Any update? The board is asking questions." Lan. "Is Alex's mother there?" Lan. "Tell me what's happening." Tu Na couldn't answer. Her throat tightened around every word. Alex's mother read the screen without touching the phone. "They're moving already," she said, "while he's still on that table." The midwife did a quick check. Hands practiced, words chosen carefully. "Right now," she said, "there's a heartbeat, but your body is reacting. You need to stay still." Tu Na let out a sound that wasn't relief. It was shock. Henry stirred on the chair, a dry cough. He blinked at Alex's mother, confused. "Grandma?" he whispered. Alex's mother's face shifted for half a second. Not soft, just human. "I'm here," she said. Then she looked back at Tu Na like the promise was also for her. "I can't," Tu Na whispered. "I can't do this and wait." And Alex's mother didn't hug her. She reached for the paperwork. "Bring whatever she needs to sign," Alex's mother said. A consent form appeared. Tu Na held the pen. Her fingers trembled. Alex's mother covered the back of Tu Na's hand for 1 second. Warm, heavy, not affection, support. "Sign," she said, "and then breathe." Tu Na signed. Messy, readable. A nurse appeared at the curtain. "Mrs. Tu Na," she said, "the surgeon can give a brief update later." Later, always later. Alex's mother nodded once. "Tell him we want facts," she said, "not comfort." The nurse left. Tu Na stared at Alex's mother. "What are you doing?" she asked, smaller now. Alex's mother looked down the corridor, toward the closed doors, toward the people who would try to manage them with soft words. "I'm drawing a line," she said, "because the moment he wakes, someone will try to rewrite tonight." Tu Na's phone buzzed again. "Lan." Mai isn't answering. Mai is with the directors. Tu Na's eyes lifted. "Mai?" she whispered. Alex's mother didn't answer the name. She only said, quieter than before, "Then we don't let them choose the story while you're bleeding in silence." When the midwife stepped out to file notes, the bay went quiet. Too quiet. Tu Na lay back, trying to breathe through the aftershocks. Henry had fallen asleep again in Alex's mother's coat, chin tucked into fabric. Alex's mother stayed standing, like sitting would admit helplessness. She watched the corridor through the curtain gap. People passed, phones in hands, voices lowered. Tu Na's stomach cramped again. Smaller waves now, not letting her forget, not letting her rest. "I shouldn't be on this bed," Tu Na murmured. "It's taking staff away from him." Alex's mother didn't look at her right away. She looked at the operating room doors. Then she said, matter of fact, "If you collapse, you take more staff than this bed ever will." Tu Na flinched, not at the tone, at the truth. A nurse appeared again at the curtain. "Mrs. Tu Na," she said, "we'll keep you here until the doctor clears you." Tu Na started to protest. Alex's mother lifted one hand, not to silence the nurse, to stop Tu Na. "Fine," Alex's mother said. Then, to the nurse, "And I want to know the moment those doors open." The nurse nodded and moved off. No promises, just procedure. Tu Na stared at Alex's mother. "You don't even know me," she said, voice thin. "Why are you—" Alex's mother finally faced her, eyes steady, no comfort in them, no cruelty either. "Because you're carrying my grandchild," she said, "and because my son chose you, and because tonight is showing me what you've been doing alone." Tu Na's throat tightened. She wanted to say, "I'm fine," but the lie was tired. Her phone buzzed again. Lan. Tu Na didn't reach for it. Alex's mother did. She took Tu Na's phone without asking, read the last line. "Lan, they're asking who Alex met before he left. Lan, my won't answer. Lan, please tell me you're okay." Alex's mother's jaw moved once, a decision forming behind bone. She typed with 2 thumbs. Short, no emotion. "Lan, she's being checked. Lan, stay at the hospital. Do not speak to the board alone. Lan, if anyone asks questions, say you're waiting for written updates." She sent it, then placed the phone back on the table like it was a tool, not a life. Tu Na watched her, stunned. "You're telling Lan what to do," she whispered. "I'm telling the only person with access to both worlds what not to do," Alex's mother replied, "because someone is already using this night." Alex's mother stepped out into the corridor for the first time, just 2 steps, enough to see the doors, enough to see who was watching. The hallway was emptier now, the kind of empty that made every figure matter. Alex's mother stood there for a long moment, not praying, not hoping, measuring. Tu Na realized something cold and simple. Alex's mother wasn't waiting for the hospital to save them. She was planning for what came after. When she came back inside, her voice was lower. "You've been living at the edge of this family," she said, "doing the work, carrying the fear, keeping the peace." Tu Na shook her head, weak. "I didn't want to cause problems." Alex's mother gave a small, almost dismissive exhale. "Problems don't need your permission." Tu Na swallowed. "What happens when he wakes?" she asked. Alex's mother looked at the curtain, at Henry, at Tu Na's pale face. Then finally, she said the part that cost her to say, "He wakes into a house that has to change, and you will not be left outside it again." They moved Tu Na back to the main corridor before dawn. A wristband on her arm now, a label she never wanted. Alex's mother carried Henry. He didn't wake. His cheek pressed into her shoulder, damp with fever. The operating room light was still on. Tu Na stared at it like it could answer, like it could tell her how much time was too much. A nurse passed and offered the same line as before. "No update yet." Tu Na nodded like she accepted it. Her hand stayed folded in her lap, hiding the tremor. Alex's mother didn't nod. She watched the nurse's face, listening for what wasn't being said. Tu Na's phone lit up again. Lan, then another number beneath it. Tu Na didn't open anything. She couldn't hold more. Tu Na's screen flashed a preview before it dimmed. "Lan, my still hasn't answered. Lan." They're talking like they already know the reason. Tu Na felt the words settle, cold and unfinished. Alex's mother sat Tu Na down in the same chair as earlier, not gently, deliberately, like she was placing her where she could be seen. "Stay," Alex's mother said. One word, a command, and a promise wrapped together. Tu Na tried to speak. Her throat refused. Alex's mother took out her phone. No shaking hands, no missed taps. One short message, sent. Tu Na watched her, wanted to ask who, didn't, because the answer might make the night bigger. At the far end of the corridor, a figure appeared near the vending machines. Not family, not staff, phone in hand, eyes scanning the hallway like she was counting exits. She didn't approach. She only watched Alex's mother, then looked away as if she'd seen enough. Tu Na's stomach tightened again, not only from pain, from what that presence implied. Alex's mother leaned closer to Tu Na, voice low. "So listen," she said, "not as your mother-in-law, as the only person tonight who can say no for you." Tu Na blinked. "What are you saying?" Alex's mother's eyes stayed on the operating room doors, still shut, still deciding their lives without asking. "From today," she said, "you and Henry stay at the main house." Tu Na's breath caught. It's not a request," Alex's mother said, and the quiet in her voice made it heavier than shouting. "It's protection." Tu Na looked down the corridor again, at my silhouette, at the phones, at the people who were already arranging mourning, and for the first time, she understood what Alex's mother was really taking away from her. The option to pretend this was just an accident. The doors stayed shut, the light stayed on, and beside Tu Na, Alex's mother waited like the next decision had already been made.